of Midnight ist ein Third-Person-Action-Adventure, das in den Südstaaten der USA spielt. Ein Tornado zieht Hazel in eine magische Welt, in der Realität.
Hi. Oh god. Aw, thank you. But your life is only the god of dumb and stupid and not being prepared for a stream. I was like, oh yeah, I still need to open my art software. What? Oh, also, I also need to open my VTuber. Yeah. Also, hi Yuzu, we love you, hi Blood. And, quote of the day is, I want the magic to come to me because as Sunny says, I like toilet paper. Maho 2025. Who doesn't love toilet paper? Give me a second, Oh my god. I used Vinyan for 850 hours already. I never want to hear someone ever complain of me not being live enough. Yes, I sometimes stop being live and stay on my PC for another 5 hours and forget to turn off my VTuber model, but that's beside the point. Oh yeah, like, I know I've been relatively good live because the only requirement I'm missing for being Twitch partner is the amount of, like, you know, like, average viewers. Don't be sad, Maho. It's fine. You will get there. I said I'm still liking the amount of, like, average viewers. And Maho just looked sad. I was like, yeah, same girl, but don't worry about it. Wait a second. Shit. How... I will refund this, Blood, and then you can get it again, because my VTuber was not on, so it didn't got triggered. 1 second. don't have this setting in my OBS yet because I'm stupid and I don't want to bother Amy again to help me. Please tell me I can do this in my dashboard. One second, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, Pion 2.0. Okay, now you Thank you so much for redeeming that 2.0. Yeah. I will talk like this for the next 5 minutes now. Please plot refrain from using the Pion 2.0 until the cat ears are gone, or I will have to do more work. Please don't do this to me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that would mean that... Yeah, that would mean I have 4 ears. That would look really weird, especially because my human ears are still there too. Yeah, but it would make it 6, you know? It would turn me into a bug ear monster. I don't know. I don't want to be a bug ear monster. Yeah. I really need to get this in my OBS so I can just like have this. Okay, yeah. Next thing. Femboy. Medibang. Because apparently it really doesn't like me using Kipstudio Paint. Haven't figured out why yet. Haven't found the solution yet, so we just use this for when I'm streaming. We'll find a way. Why am I getting Amazon ad? Go away. Be gone. Psst, psst, psst. Hissing sound. This is the sound of me hissing. Am I the only one that sometimes hisses at the sun? Why is the sun sometimes so aggressive? Why is the sun so bright? Why does the sun need to shine when I want to do the sleepy? I would if I could. Like, I'm good at shooting, but you know, like, the distance though. Yeah, but the moon is pretty. The moon makes, like, the night looks pretty. The moon is awful if you want to, you know, go stargazing and you want to look at shooting stars and the moon is just a giant lamp in the sky. Amy, you have been flirted with. Please behave like a person that have been flirted with and get all ooey and happy. She's just shy, don't worry. That's her way of expressing her love. It's excessive bitch talk. I sincerely apologize for everyone that thinks she's being a bitch. That is normal. She's a brat. She needs to act like this. So what's the matter? Did that hurt your little heart, Amy? Don't worry. I still love you as a bitch. It's... I'm very proud of you. What financially bad decisions I have to talk you into again? Ooh. 'Ooh. 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 ' Um, um, oh no, you can like run it over your laptop too. Like, but my big, like it's just one cable. You literally could like put your laptop on the floor or on a side table just like far away from you, and you just like use a screen tablet as a second screen. That's what I did like when my PC was in work and I had to do something. I just used like my tablet and my big screen. Don't have the luxury. Maybe one day. Okay, so yeah. Question, guys. Oh, I'm done with the yeah. Okay, question, guys. Do I put a Stolfo on? Do I put a Stolfo on a stripper pole, or do I put him on like a bar stool, or what should I do? How sexy should I make it? Like, you know, just barely Twitch safe sexy, or like more the oh it's a cute femboy sexy? Make it yeah, like put it, you know, like make it people use this as sexy. So what I do, there will be a TikTok series that will not be very regularly posted, but I will try my best to post it regularly. I have a big jar that just supported my chocolate bar, so let's put my chocolate bar over here so it doesn't fall down. So I have like this big jar, and I let people like write down ideas of things they want me to draw or things they are missing on conventions, to get like new drawing ideas that are also like catering to people that actually go to conventions and want to buy shit. So, and someone put, and thank you so much for redeeming your 2.0 plat. And yes. I will leave this like it is now, Pion Pion. But I'm angry, Blood, ja?
Wenn du älter bist, Papa, was machst du dann eigentlich?
An später denken ist so wichtig. Deshalb machen wir Altersvorsorge so einfach. Schon ab 25 € im Monat. Infos auf ergo.de oder
It's not allowed anymore, but I didn't figure out a way to stop it. Yeah. Okay, so I have this big jar, and it has like all these ideas, and one idea is a Stolfo in a Bunny Astolfo. So I would draw Bunny Astolfo, so because people requested the Femboy, and also depending on how far I get with my sketch today, I can maybe sneak in a Hime Bunny version. You know, just like a different pose, just like him. You know, like making a Femboy collection of all the Femboys everyone wants to see in a very tight bunny suit. Pion. I'm just thinking, yeah, like what pose do I put them in? Do I let people now look at my screen for like 10 minutes of me just looking for pose reference, yeah? Or do I open Clip Studio Paint Pion and just like look at the 3D pose reference and just like take it from there and risk that, you know, that the program will be a bit laggy, yeah? So people want it sexy, yeah. Do you think there's an official bunny suit, you know, 1.4 scale figure of a Stolfo, yeah? Or do you like okay. I will look bunny suit figure. Apparently there is bunny, but it's not, you know, like the usual bunny suit thing you see for all the titty waifus, yeah? Like, okay, Pion, what Do I put Astolfo into a black bunny suit, Pion? Because he's like wearing like a black, red, and white outfit, yeah? Or do I put him, you know, in a pink bunny suit because he has pink hair? Do we go for Yeah, I'm just like looking at it, yeah, and it's like owlberry black, yeah, and very sexy and very flat Pion. It's gorgeous. Like, on one hand, I know Astolfo is too much of a diva. I never watched a single episode, but you know, like the internet is like showed me Astolfo. On one hand, I know that Astolfo is a sassy little bitch baka, so I can just draw him sassy. And on the other hand, I want to draw him crying, but maybe I should make Hime cry. Oh, but he. Because crying femboys are awakening very weird feelings in me, yeah. It just wants me to, you know, I want to dry their tears and then make them cry more. Is that a weird thing, yeah? Like, I don't want my femboys to be sad. But pretty people crying in a pretty way is just very adorable, and I just, you know, I want to pamper them. And then I want to see them cry more. Maybe tears of joy, yeah? What? Yeah. Yeah, Ian gets me. It's so cute, and it's just like, you know, on one hand, you just want to cuddle and pamper them because they shouldn't cry, and on the other hand, you just want to make them cry again. Good. Yeah, yeah. Do you know where? Yes, yes, exactly. You know, like looking at this small femboy and just like petting their head and then just wiping their tears away, caressing their cheek, and then when they like they make like this hiccup sound as they try to stop crying, and then you just put a finger underneath their chin, lift it up just a tiny bit, and then whisper, "Don't worry, honey, I will give you a reason to cry." Yeah, crying is great. I cried in your tits and you said it's fine. I don't know. There's this song, Numb Little Bark, what is just like, I like this song. It hits very much home because it's like, I'm just very tired. It sings about being tired of life, but like, you don't want to die. You're just like very tired of all this shit. I'm just like, why is this in a Femboy vibe playlist? Like, I get it. Yeah, Femboy's gotta survive. Cruel world. Okay, yeah, sexy pose reference. I want a really dynamic pose for this. I'm just not sure where to put them. Where do bunnysuit people usually like gather? In a bar? In a club? Like, where do you find bunny people in the wild? Casino. Femboy Hooters. Femboy Hooters having a bunny suit event. What, a Femboy Hooters? Amy, what? Is there actually a Femboy Hooters? Like, I know people are memeing about this for years now. Did they actually made a Femboy Hooters? Because that is something I actually want to see. So you can find bunny people. Oh. Please tell me that boomed. Okay. Guess you can find bunny people on the moon. Yeah, no, but like... Okay. Like... Okay, so the options are a see-through bar stool, and you look up a little bit so you get like a good shot, on the bulge. Sitting on top of a bar, being on a stripper pole. Those are like the ideas I have so far to have for a good dynamic pose that is sexy. I don't want to put them into space. I want to give them like at least halfway decent background. So where do we get at the femboys? Because I probably draw at least two. Two pink hair femboys.
Du stößt auf eine lang verschollene Schatztruhe, während du Lasagne gemacht hast. Sieh mehr, wenn du hörst. Hör dein nächstes Abenteuer auf audible.de.
Like if they like a lying down pose would give you like a reason to like have a little shot inside of the bunny suit to show a little bit of nipple, because it's a guy, it's okay. Boy nipples are okay. So that is an option. The stool is like a good, like, you know, showing off the bulge. Just like it's sitting cross-legged is like more like, you know, like sex ambiguous. For like maybe the femboys, no one is really sure if it's a femboy or a trans girl. Yeah, you know, like Farina or Maho. Like, I really want to just like find a reference for the face and just sketch the face, because I exactly know what facial expression I want. The only problem is I now need to find a pose that is fitting for the expression. Wait, let me just draw the face, and then we can all look at it and decide on what yeah, that's definitely the look I want to go for. Okay, let's draw a floating head in space, just so I have like... I'm sorry, I stole, I just cut off. some of your brain. You're cute, you don't need to be smart, but I don't need to forcefully make you stupid. That's a weird kink. It's me, my thing, which started. I hope so. I just want to be baby and be pampered, you know? I don't want to worry about big things. I just... I recently found like an artist on YouTube Shorts of all things, and the way they draw like their like own persona and like they're like me and my best friend just like doing things, and the comments are like, oh, like the comments are two things. Thing number one related to like, oh yeah, me versus my bro when we didn't study for a test, and like half of the comments are like, oh yeah, like I know people like this and stuff, and then the other half of the comments are all like me. It's like, oh my god, your art is scrumptious, I want to marry your art style, please. How can you make them so hot? The one is like, I need to like this friend guy is just wearing a hoodie and you can only see one of his eyes, the rest you don't even see of his face, and this was so good that I just adapted this style of like eye drawing for like Josh's animatic. Like that's where I got this handsome face shape, because I just feel like I like how they draw eyes. I'm stealing that. Yoink, mine now. I learned from that. I learned good from it. Like it was like really helpful. But like, it's like, yeah, like, and like one of the last videos was like me when I tried to tell an inappropriate joke to my body, and like he's like relatively small and cute, and his friend is like big, tall, musky man, and just he leaned down and was like, you want to repeat that? And it was like, oh my god, now I ship them shit. now I want more of those people. I don't even know them. I don't care for what relationship they have. They're gay now. They need to be gay. I need that for my sanity. What breaks? Who are you breaking, Amy? I know you're breaking yourself, but what? Oh, the teeth? Yeah? No, you. Why am I cute again? I accept the compliment and also give it back to you, and I'm not taking any returns. No, you got this wrong. I'm the bitch, not my mom. think not. YouTube? Oh, just on Google, okay. Okay. Page and then Riot. Oh my god, that's you, Eden. That's just fucking you. It's just...
Ostern in den Zwickau-Arkaden. Freut euch auf eine zauberhafte Osterdekoration zum Staunen und Fotografieren.
I can see that you are a definitely target audience for this.
Und verteilen süße Überraschungen. Am Ostersamstag ab 11 Uhr warten Kinderbasteln, Kinderschminken und viele tolle Osterüberraschungen auf euch. Und das Beste, gratis Zuckerwatte für alle. Kommt vorbei und erlebt ein kunterbuntes Osterfest in den Zwickau-Arkaden.
I really like the blonde one. She's really cute. I love her style. I also love her name now. Great, thank you. Eden stopped showing me things I maybe like. I have enough obsessions as it is right now, and until I move into a house, I don't have space for any more obsessions. Yeah. I never actually opened a blind box. Like, no, wait, I have opened a blind box because, my melody figure was in a blind box, but it was not a blind box. I knew already what was in because I bought it used from a flea market. It's like my melody. It was like my melody and Kurumi blind box that had like both of them like in pajamas. And I got like the cutest My Melody of all of them. Like of all of the figures that were in there, this would have been the one I would have gotcha'd for. I see why. It's like like ordinary light that shines on you. Okay. I definitely not the this face is definitely not perfect. Wait, let me share it to Discord. No, your face is awesome. Don't say that. Like a little kid. Oh. Standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I share now the face. This is the face I want for Stallful. Again, it's not perfect. I really have to like redraw it, but like you get the vibe I want to go for, right? Feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. Well, yeah, they are bad. I would have been disappointed if they wouldn't. Yeah, like that isn't. It's like, what you got there, big boy? Like, this is the face of someone that the face of, you know, like they would definitely like have someone laying in front of them on the bed, dig out, and they would with their foot with just a stocking on going over the dick and be like, "Ah, what's the matter, big guy?" Like that. So well, you're being loved and appreciated. Just accept your fate. You. The fact that you cannot even keep a straight face while doing that is hilarious. I can hear your smile. I don't need to see your face to know that you have your stupid ass grin there while doing that. I mean... Okay, so while I'm trying to force Clip Studio Paint to open, it's already open, okay, never mind, I said nothing. Let's get into where is the free materials? See more, okay. I would say it recouples a trench coat. What? Why? Stop this. Stop being a bother, okay? Be good, Clip Studio. Okay. What? Why are you not signed in again? Who told you to sign out? Get the fuck signed in again, bitch. Mm. Personality. Oh my god, I look for a stool pose, but I just found sitting on a motorcycle pose. So by you know, like Punker Maho maybe back and maybe back because but wouldn't you love to see a close up of Maho's ass? Well, this has the entire reference of the motorcycle, so I just have to trace the motorcycle. I would only start crying when I actually started shading, so it's fine. Filters. 3.
Sigis altes Mofa ist hin. Darum holt er sich den Easy Credit Sofortkredit mit finanziellem Spielraum. So bezahlt er seinen neuen E-Roller und reserviert sich Geld für später. Wenn er wieder etwas braucht, muss er keinen neuen Kredit abschließen. So entspannt kann Finanzieren sein. Mit Easy Credit.
Ooh, that's a good ass pose. That's not what I'm... Yeah, it's a good, ass pose. But that's not... Still haven't found the pose I want. But I don't want to be too specific, because I fear that this could like interfere with my results. So now I just have to scroll through a bunch of sitting poses that are all insanely hot, and I very much like them. Me when Mao does anything. I know you. Welcome back, Mo. Your friends also. Don't worry. Apparently, no one could hear you because I forgot to check if Discord was picking up the right channel.
God damn it, Maho.
Oh my god, I think Maho, that's amazing. That's your 9th one this month. You get a free one now.
Like
Free coffee with every 9 forgettings of Discord.
because I didn't check if usually I do that, like when I play a game I check all my audio sources if they properly done, but like when I do art I forget it. Oh my god, my Google search results will be messed up in just a couple minutes where I have to like look up a bulge reference. That will be that will certainly be a thing that I have to research. How to spell stool? I've had it somewhere.
You're already on to Baby No Money. That was quick.
Yeah, the Page Ride songs were pretty short.
Oh. Okay, neat.
Why does that surprise you? You found them on TikTok.
I mean, I hadn't heard the
reminds
song before.
Have you had that fucking Addicted song absolutely spamming your For You page as well? Because that's been all over mine.
I don't know, maybe. I don't think so.
It's just a Hatsune Miku song, I think, about a fucking abusive relationship. And it's all over my For You page.
No. I think maybe once.
Oh yeah, no, I saw this one actually.
A bit cold because it's in my head and I want it fucking out.
okay. Want to hear something cool? I can look. There's a song called Deja Vu made by two VTubers. And the really cool part about the song is that they're both ex-Nichi Sanji members, and I think both of them are now VTubers under like with a new identity, under VShoujo, a boy and a girl, and I don't know how close they were like previously in Nichi Sanji, but they literally people in the comments were like, "Oh my god, they cannot get rid of each other. They just have to annoy each other, even in their next life." And like the entire song is like about like like breaking free and now being yourself and being reborn and stuff. What is like all hinting on like, hey, we are ex-Nichi Sanji members, but we're, Tio Ads is forbidding us to say it out loud. But hey, now we can finally do the thing we want without being restrained. And it's just so cool that they're doing this together. I just got this recommended like 2 days ago or so. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I'm not sure anymore. Time is a weird thing.
Time is a social construct.
Yeah, and I don't like it. And I just really like this. Like I didn't want to listen to this song, but then like I was like, oh, those two VTubers made this song together, nice. But I didn't really follow them. But like then I looked at the cover again and was like, wait a second. I remember that both of them are like, the new personas of ex-Nichi Sanji members. And I think they're both under VShoujo now, if I remember correctly. So I was like, I might check it out. And the lyrics are really cool. I just thought this is like a really nice way to like, talk and not talk about the things that happen to them. And of course the thing you open first is the animation, because that's the most taxing thing. Also, let me complain for a second about Clip Studio Paint. So apparently, the Clip Studio Paint Pro version I have is only allowing me to have at most 24 or 25, 24 frames per animation. So, like, this animation I plan, I have to cut this up into parts because I cannot have this animation this way. I cannot make, like, frames, like, certainly longer than anything because I only get 24 frames to do something. And that is not a lot, let me tell you this. Like, just like Josh typing, he doesn't even...
That's like a second in, like, your average animation.
Yeah, like...
So.
Yeah, like, I just looked, like, I stretched for, like, over 2 frames when Josh is typing, that way it's not too fast, because the slowest thing I can do is, like, I think 6 frames per second. That's the slowest I can go. So, to just, like, get Josh typing and move his mouse, this is already at, like, 18 frames. And he doesn't even sip his tea yet. And looks over what is still need to be part of this animation. I still need to cram this in the last couple frames of him grabbing the tea mug and taking a long sip.
Yeah, I knew about that, but I thought if you bought it, that, like, it would give you the ability to use the thing.
Like,
I knew that, like, normally it's locked, but behind, like, the premium version. But I thought like it wasn't when you bought it.
I was just like, I just like made all the frames and I was just like working with it, and like I wanted like this scene of him like typing and moving the mouse and just like having it like a little bit stretched out, so it's just like, you know, like the typical like introduction of someone. You just see them sitting there. Still very proud of the eyes though, like I personally think I turned him very Ikemen for, like, being a no-face slime man. But yeah, like, I sat there and I made my frames, and then suddenly my animation, like, and then the animation just stopped midway and looped at a different point, and was like, why the fuck is this happening? And I had to Google it because I couldn't figure it out. I thought I was just too stupid. And then I read it and I was like, oh, that's why. So I had to like change all the spacing out I just like did for like 20 minutes, moving frames around to make it smooth, to make it like work again with the limited frames I had. And I was like, oh, great. So that means if I want to make the full animations, I have to, like, cut this into pieces. I asked the German to say what comes after 8. It made me seem like he doesn't know. Oh, because it's 9.
I've been asking people what LGBTQ stands for all week and I still haven't got a straight answer.
Oh no,
Let's get down to business. To defeat.
It's, I think, Amy, that's a German joke, because 9 is no in German.
I know, I said my own joke about gays.
Oh.
Because the gays are a joke, am I right, guys? Ha ha ha.
Get out.
Okay.
Sounds safe. Okay, so
yeah, and don't make me laugh.
Let's put you down. Don't worry, it
what?
won't
No.
hurt.
No, I've been a good girl. You don't need to put me down, I swear.
It's okay. You're going to a farm upstate.
That's worse!
No one tell her that farm is code word for shotgun. And upstate is code word for also shotgun. I mean, you are an angel with a shotgun.
I'm fighting till the war's won.
Look at that fucking emo, they know the lyrics. Chat, please make fun of Amy. Thank you.
Do it, chat, pussies. You won't. Bet you won't.
Say mean things to her, like she deserves to feel loved every day, and that she makes people smile just by living.
That's the bar? They definitely won't.
Question. For the pose reference, should I take a very skinny male pose, or should I take a female pose and just make her flat? What is more fitting for a femboy?
I guarantee to you there will be hundreds of femboy pose references out there.
Oh no, I have a pose. I just have the 3D model right now. And in Clip Studio Paint, and I can change the sex and the body type of the model. I can even change the height. So I was like, okay, do I take a skinny boy as my pose reference, or do I make it a skinny flat girl for more curves? What do you think would
Did you hear about the investor who bought and sold stocks in vat of apple juice? He'd been doing insider trading. Do I need to crack out all of my awful puns? Is that what's going on here? I'm sorry, Maho. I was too busy reading chat to understand what you were saying.
Clip Studio Paint apparently is so nice in letting you literally adjust everything on the model, so don't mind me.
What would happen if a piano fell on you? You'd be flat. Yeah, you'd change your tune real quick.
Okay. I think that body type is okay.
God damn it, I put both of those in the same form.
Okay, how tall is Astolfo? Where's the cannon height? I'm pretty sure that's somewhere. Astolfo Fate Vicky.
5'1".
You're kidding, right? Is he that tiny?
Is that right?
I don't know, I don't watch Fate. I'm not a fucking weeb.
Oh my god, Astolfo is as tall as me.
5'2"?
No, 5'4". He's 164 centimeters, and I'm around 164, 165.
It's okay. It's a good height. If you walk into me, you bounce off my titties.
Yep.
I wish I was 5'4". Oh.
I know, right?
Like, I'm still very average though. Like, I'm not like the tiniest person out there.
Exactly. The world is quite literally built more for you than it is for me. You know?
You hear about the man who got fired from the pasta factory? He made a few silly mistakes. Hear about the man who got fired from the M&M factory? He threw away all the W's.
Well, yeah, good. There are only supposed to be M's.
I can't tell if you're being dumb or not. But you're definitely being dumb.
No. Me? Never. Maybe after I buy my long metal spike.
With this leg down, you won't see the bulge.
No.
Can. Okay.
He's a monster.
Don't worry, I'm trying to fix it, okay? I'm trying to fix it.
I hate artists who upload to fucking Instagram.
I'm sorry?
No, like who upload exclusively to Instagram.
That way
I
you
want
can
to
see
use
the
your
bulge.
shitty fucking website. May I make a suggestion of position?
No.
What do you want to do?
What do I want to
Bend you over
do? What position do I want to do?
Bend you over a table.
Yeah, that's something I would like to do too, but like
It'd be good for your back.
I don't like being.
Oh yeah, the chiropractic. That would be amazing.
Okay, that way you can see the bulge.
If you take it, if you know, because you have to think about how to position the legs and stuff. Yeah, it's just this, but then you change the angle.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can. Sorry. Sorry. 1 second.
Yeah, you should be. Go.
Where is it?
Why did that not move what I told it to move?
Must send you a reference for your liking. Apparently everyone sent me a reference. Give me a second. Yeah, that's like trying what this is like similar to the post I was trying to do. Let's look what. Oh my!
It's porn, isn't it?
It's
Are
not
you okay?
Spanish.
Yes.
Do we need to intervene? Yeah.
I'll let Maho finish laughing, and then I'll explain what I remembered.
It's Nox in a very tight bunny suit, and it's a not safe for work art because you can see all the outline of what is, you know, at the bottom, and thinking of doing something like this for fun at some point, but someone beat me to it. I was like, no, I cannot draw Nox in a bunny suit. Like, I will be remembered as the weird fan. Apparently not. Like, I'm harmless against this.
The weird fan.
Okay, I'm done laughing. What did you want me to do? Say, oh.
Oh no, I was gonna say I remembered what happened, what I was doing when the thing blue screened. Maho hadn't found the like 3D model yet. I was still looking for a thing, so I was actively typing in the words upskirt POV
My beautiful lady,
sitting,
my sexy
and then
sluts,
as I pressed
lotion
enter,
for my heart lapissa
my
love.
screen went blue.
Lotion
So the
for
government
your heart.
censored you.
Oh.
Lotion for your heart. Yuzu, you are a master of wordsmithing. Okay.
I'll lotion your heart.
Okay,
You
so
too.
What do you, I share now my Clip Studio Paint so you can see the actual pose I made. What do you think? Like, imagine a see-through stool that is not there right now.
Let's
I'm
have a
getting
look
bunked.
at a Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, that could work nicely.
Is that the angle that you're gonna draw it on, or is that just the pose?
I'm trying to angle the camera a bit more.
You've really like your floor POV sexy pieces, don't you?
Well, I would also do it from up top, but thanks for the realistic knocking and for the bonk. And also thank you, Yusuf, for the text-to-speech. And also thank you for the hat pad. I really appreciate it. I don't know. I just really like dynamic poses and I cannot get back anymore. So now I just try to, you know. And like, you know, like from the bottom looking up, it's just like a really cool thing to look at someone. Especially if you want to put something special in perspective, like feet or like, you know, crotches. For Hime, I probably will do an upshot because Hime is small and cute and I want Hime to be more babied. So Hime-kun is just like, you know, like you're looking down on him and he looks all cute and pathetic, you know. Like a good femboy. I love Hime so much. I'm doing this just so I have an excuse to draw Hime in a bunny suit and draw Hime out because Hime... He deserves more fan art. It's a crime to humanity how underrated Hime Goto is.
See, I thought you were going to go more like under and look up through the thighs, because then you wouldn't have to draw the feet.
Yeah, like
and you'd get a really good bold shot.
Yeah, like I'm struggling right now to decide if I want this to be a full body piece or if I want to be this more of a dynamic piece where part of the body is not inside of the shot. So I can be even more on... I don't want to be
Duplicate
inside.
the layer. Duplicate the layer once you've got it to a point where you like it now, like for the full body. Duplicate the layer and then play around with the other one.
Duplicate the layer.
And then you can see if you like it from other weird angles. And then if you fuck it up, you can just delete it and go back to the original.
I really would wish there would be a fisheye function where, you know, like when you move,
that'd be cool.
When you move closer to give you a better feeling of like how it would look.
There might be if you like go through the, you know, where you get brushes and stuff, you might be able to find something.
No, that's like more of an that would be like an entire extension to like the sliders I have. Yeah, I'm not sure if they would have this.
There are tons of people who make like mods and extensions for Clip Studio Paint.
Switch camera. Go.
See if I can Google it.
Oh, there's a toggle called manga perspective, and then if you turn this on, it makes the parts that are closer bigger. Oh my god, I literally found the thing. And I just scrolled through like this site, the two properties for this object. I was just looking what they had, what they could offer me.
In Clip Studio Paint, you can create a fisheye lens effect using the fisheye lens filter under Filter, Distort, and Fisheye Lens.
Yeah, I was more of a thing of if I could just, you know, do that without like doing a filter over it.
Yeah. That was just the first result. Look, a video. Okay, there is a way to do it with the 3D. For the 3D tool, once you're finished, let me know.
Oh, I'll go back. That's not what I want. Don't do that.
That is I'm liking this pose. It's coming along well.
The arm is not doing what I want. I just wanted to push the arm a little bit back and up so that the shoulder is more up. And it's just like, no. It just knows me. And with not know, like knowing, it's more of a, I'm not fucking doing what you want, bitch. And that's the wrong thing.
Sorry, I just you accidentally put the hand towards the camera, and it's like, what if he was like beckoning the person to come from down below, like doing like a finger towards the camera?
That is a good idea. I wanted his hand to support him on the stool. So he has like one hand back and he's leaning back a little bit and has like his one hand in front of his mouth because he's a fucking bitch boy. But like the idea of like towards the
That's cool.
I can't even. Where's my please don't crash. For the love of God, please don't crash. Where did I find the settings for the model?
Rhea, is your Clip Studio Paint running any better now?
I haven't drawn anything yet. Like if I don't stream, my Clip Studio Paint runs smooth like butter.
Okay.
But I will try in this piece. Like after I got the pose down, I will see what the pen is doing. If the pen is doing fine, then I don't know, it just doesn't like animating.
Could be.
Where's hand pose?
You just have hand poses?
Yeah, so if you cannot see this in stream right now, but at the bottom you have something called adjust body shape and size. It's the last thing on the right, and there you have mouse and gestures, object list, transform, camera, pose. You have you can manage like the body shape like really good. You can like completely adjust every part of the body to fit like what you want the body shape to be. And then you have something called hand pose. You can even set up, I think, take a photo of your hand and then just like import it. But you also have like a bunch of toggles. No, I want. I want to. No, I want. I want to turn this entire hand. How? Why are you not allowing me to do this?
If you click on the actual lines,
Yeah,
then it will only turn in that direction.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to do, but for some reason it doesn't allow me to turn. Let's see.
Are you doing it with your art pen or your mouse?
With my
Might be
mouse.
easier with the mouse.
I'm doing it with
Okay.
the mouse already.
Oh, head pats.
Headpats! Woohoo!
Femboy pats.
Be a good femboy and just turn. Yes, turn your arm.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how my arms turn. That's how my wrists turn.
Why is it not turning the way I want it to turn?
Might be easier if you turn this perspective back down and then turn it back up after. There you go.
No, no. Why are you breaking your wrist? You know, you don't have to do this.
Yeah, Amy. Why?
It's force a habit at this point, honestly.
Naughty. Chat, say mean things to her.
I want like the hand to be open and have like one finger stretched out, like almost reaching for your chin kind of thing, like welcoming.
That's what I've imagined, yeah.
Yeah, me too. But Clip Studio Paint is not imagining with me.
The problem with 3D models is they're really not designed for that level of rotation in the arms because they're built around the skin as like the point of rotation. It like stretches things, whereas your actual bones in your arm, you know how you can turn your wrist completely around with barely and it looks like there's barely any rotation going on?
Yeah, because it's
It's
the upper
because-
arm that is rotating.
Now, when normal people turn their
No,
wrists,
no,
they
no, it's
rotate.
the lower. It's
yeah,
the lower.
yeah, the lower arm. I mean, sorry.
Yes.
I looked at my
Let me
arm
finish.
and yeah, continue, please.
You've seen like what the bone in that like lower section of arm looks like, right? You know how it's got like two and then there's a hole in the middle?
Yeah.
There's like two bones parallel to each other that like split
Jesus,
and
it's
then
huge
connect at the
now.
end.
Oh yeah, and they twist around each other, right?
Yeah, they literally twist around each other so they become like a corkscrew. And that's like your 3D model doesn't do that. Its anatomy isn't built for that because the rotation point is that circle that's around around the thing, it's twisting way too much stuff. When you twist your arm, more of the internal stuff is rotating than what the external is. Like, that's why, you know, if you flip your wrist 180 degrees, you don't see the like top of your arm. The rest of your hand doesn't switch. That goes 90 degrees instead. Because, you know, your bones are twisting, your cartilage is twisting, but your skin is not. Your skin, mostly, despite being super stretchy, is not changing that much. It's not distorting very much. I just wanted to make you think about your bones twisting over top of themselves. This is gonna give me a seizure watching this, because the way it zooms in every time you like edit it.
In a good way, or more of a oh my god, this is awful.
I have epilepsy and it's flashing different colors on the screen.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Should I stop?
No, it's okay. I just need to stop watching for a little bit.
Why keep disconnecting from chat?
Six hours till D&D. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. I haven't actually done any art. I've been too busy talking to Maho.
Sorry, I've been distracting you from being productive.
It's completely reasonable.
Yeah, you're fun to talk to, so it's fine. I haven't even said any of the stuff that I planned to distract you with from the start. You've been too busy distracting me.
She did say she would.
Yeah. But hey, at least I'm accomplishing my goal. She hasn't talked about the thing that she wanted to talk about either. So it's fine. Yeah, when you were telling Amy about your ideas for how the mechanics could work for an epic TTRPG, there's a similar system at play in Vampire the Masquerade, where obviously the mechanics are different for you suggested that with each crew member that perishes, you get stronger, but you also become more monstrous. And stuff. That happens in Vampire the Masquerade, except it's not when you lose people, it's when you do evil things and you do unhumane things. Your beast becomes stronger. You have basically a morality scale of 1 through 10. Everybody, when you get turned, you're automatically knocked down to 7, no matter how good you were beforehand or evil you were beforehand. It's because your soul literally dies and leaves your body. You are a new creature, so you become basically like an embodiment for your id, your obsession, your compulsions. They become a different being. You get possessed by a demon called the Beast, and whenever you get hungry, that's the Beast trying to get out. Most people don't play it that way specifically, and that's more of it's that is technically the law, but like it's ignorable. Everyone still has to have their beast and play their beast and like have the hunger and stuff. But whether you take it as a literal demon or a metaphorical demon, that's like up to you and up to the game master, the storyteller. Yeah, the storyteller, I think that's what they call him.
Vampire.
The vampire or yeah. But like, so you have a morality scale from 1 through 10. 10 is literal sainthood. 10, if you achieve a 10 as a vampire, you basically become like God will grant you another soul. Effectively, you like that is unachievable, and your storyteller will like the entire point. Like Vampire the Masquerade is very much a like dungeon master versus player thing, except it's not I'm trying to kill you, I'm trying to make this hard for you, blah blah blah. It's I'm trying to corrupt you, I'm trying to put you in your worst timeline and make you make the choices that get you there. I am trying to make you a bad person. Like I like, you know, as the storyteller, you are trying to get your players to fall. Effectively. Like not trying to kill them, you're trying to like basically you are the devil on their shoulders, but there's also a devil inside of them, literally.
You're literally the devil on their shoulder.
Yeah, there are things that like your morality can lessen through a number of things, including losing a loved one. Whenever you lose a connection to your humanity, you become less human and thus become more of a beast. More of your beast takes over. So like that's something that at the start of the game, every character has to make 3 like basically loved ones. That they don't have to be family members. You know, your vampire could be 1,000 years old. You might not have any family members, but it might be someone that in modern day that reminds you of your long dead brother, you know, or it could be your best friend from university who like you saved by becoming a vampire. Like you like they were going to be taken home with a gross fucking pervert vampire and you stepped in and they hypnotized you instead or some shit. So they're your connection to humanity. There's like it could be anything, but it doesn't even need to be a person that your characters even ever interacted with. They just have to be your reason to continue seeing humans as not just food, you know? If you see humans as food and only food, then you've completely lost yourself. Because then you don't see yourself as human and you are no longer, you know, then you become the demon, basically. So losing a connection will lessen your humanity. You can make new connections and you can regain humanity, but every connection you have is just a chance to lose them, basically, in this game. So you have to like fucking balance that. It's really fucking sad and macabre in that way. Like your only way to stay human is one of the easiest ways to lose your humanity. Another way is by committing like evil acts, and one of the most like sinful things a vampire can do is a thing called diurban. I can't say it. It's diurbalry. I think it's fucking Latin or some shit, because it's always Latin in these things. Basically, as a vampire, you're allowed to feed from other vampires, but if you if they die while you're feeding from them, that is the most taboo thing you can do. That almost instantly will corrupt your soul. It makes you so much more powerful. And that is why it's one of the greatest, like, sins you can do. Like, if you are found guilty of this, you will be killed instantly. Everyone you know will be killed. Like, it is an atrocity. You are not allowed to do it in any circumstances. There are sects of vampires that see it as okay and see it as like the way to get closer to Cain, which Cain from Cain and Abel is the original vampire. That was his curse from God for committing the first murder, is he became the first vampire, and every vampire is a descendant of Cain. And he is the strongest thing. Like, if he ever wakes up, because he is in basically permanent slumber, if he wakes up, the world ends. And it is suspected that it has happened before. Basically, like every 2,000 years, Cain wakes up, and he just fucking kills everybody on the planet and sends them back to the Stone Age, and then they start again.
I see. Okay, question. Could you technically, kill a vampire by stealing, like sucking them dry and stealing their powers and then frame it on someone else? Or could they, sense it, smell it, or do something? Like, could you
could, but there are people, basically there is a power where, depending on what vampiric line you're descended from, depends on kind of what, instead of classes, you have your vampiric lineage, basically. And certain vampiric lineages are better at certain things, and there are a couple of them that are really good at, like, perception-y stuff, and have powers related to that. So the gangrel, for one, are, like, animalistic. They're almost like werewolves in a way. So they have heightened senses of smell and eyesight, and some of them can literally turn into animals. Like, you know how some vampires in media can turn into wolves and bats and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
That's those guys. All vampires are capable of it, as long as they get some blood from those guys, basically. You can, and as a vampire, you can learn skills and talents and powers by consuming the blood of vampires with those skills, and then being powerful enough to, like, basically turn their blood into your blood. And that's what diurability is to the extreme, is you consume them and their soul, or their vampiric soul. You consume their beast, so you will almost guaranteed to learn whatever talents they know, and or you gain access to being able to learn them, and you get a bunch of XP. Like in this game, in Vampire the Masquerade, you basically get like 3 XP per session, and to, like, level up any of your stats, it costs, like, it's the things compound. So basically, like, you have 1 through 5 points on most things. Say you've got a 1 in strength, that's 5 XP to buy your first level in strength, and then it's 10 XP to buy the second one, and then it's then it's 15 to buy the third one, on top of, like, the 1 points you've already spent, so it just gets more and more expensive. It's like 5 plus all of the level beforehand, usually, I think. So, like, to get your best skill up from 4 to 5, you will have to play for an entire season of the game, basically. But if you commit diurability, you get anywhere from, like, 10 XP to 50 instantly, depending on how strong, like, depending if they were the same, like, level as you, kind of thing. And then if you commit dire burglary, though, people with the powers of good sense, there is a type of like perception where you can look basically at people's soul, and when you commit dire burglary, your soul is instantly stained black.
Yeah, so if those people
Basically, like everybody has like wisps of smoke that come off their body, both humans and vampires. Everyone has that. And based on how good or bad you are as a person, how like pure your soul is, depends on what color your thing is, from white to black, where most people just have a light gray, you know. When you commit dire burglary, even if you are a good person with a good soul, you will get like liquidy black miasma floating through your soul. There are other powers that let you hide your soul from people, but then you just that is seen as like instantly submission, so like instantly suspicious. Yeah, like if someone looks at your soul and they can't see it, they will either expect that you're very powerful or you're really trying to hide something, you know? And usually it's both, because anyone who's powerful probably has dire burglary. But, you know, you're not allowed to call out people like higher up than you for that, you know? But if someone stronger than you calls you out, you're fucked, you know? So yes, you can hide it, but like most of the time, hiding it is like in the world of Vampire the Masquerade, if you were suspected of something, you were guilty until found innocent, and if you're guilty, you will die.
Okay.
It is not a smart idea, which is why my characters always do it.
Could you potentially turn someone else so black, or forcing them to do dire verbally?
I mean, if you starved a vampire, their beast would take over, and they would probably try to drink someone dry. So yes, you could like manipulate someone into committing dire burglary, but then you would have a very strong, very angry vampire in your hands immediately. But that would be a beautiful, tragic thing to, like, you know, get a vampire to drink their own fucking spawn to death.
Yeah, like this. Like, I was just like imagining, okay, what would get my character connecting to chat? What the fuck? Did my stream just like died for a second? Please don't.
Oh, good. That's not just me.
But there are even more downsides to dire burglary. When you commit dire burglary, there is a chance that if their soul is more powerful than you, if their blood is more powerful than you, that their soul will erase yours and they will take over your body.
See.
They will literally replace your consciousness. If you are not careful, if you're not powerful enough.
Yeah,
and that's why you don't kill people, kids.
Yeah, I was like thinking, okay, if I would play a vampire and there's like things like this happening, and I'm probably not playing, you know, the most white sleeve person ever. I was like, okay. What if there's someone I truly hate? Like maybe they caused one of the, you know, you said you need to have important people that keep you, you know, like still believing into humanity of yourself. So like I just imagine, okay, there was like this one vampire douchebag that had stress with me, so he killed one of my important people, and I was like, okay, so what would my reaction be to this? What would I want him to what would I want to happen? That's right, I would want him to suffer. So I would, you know, try to get him and his entire family erased by literally framing him to do something incredibly illegal. One way would maybe
I would be very good at Vampire the Masquerade.
like like there would be like, okay, so I have to make like a decision now. My character just lost a part of her humanity and she's incredibly pissed. What would she do? Well, of course, she would go to this douchebag and make him choke on his actions by starving him, just keeping him hostage for a while. No one knows where he is. She's just like toying with him and his sanity. And when she noticed he's in the best state to just suck anything dry what could possibly happen, she would just like give like one of his family members, you know, maybe his child or so, like a call and be like, yeah, hey, I know your dad is missing. I just found him, but he's not in a good state. Could you help me pick him up? Would get this child there, would let him like, you know, devour it. And at while like watching him devour it, depending if I would have video footage or not, I would just like, you know, like let a higher up vampire know in the most distressed voice ever that I just walked into something and I'm scared, and just like let some higher ups just come there, see that, and be like, I just walked here, I just wanted to check, and then suddenly I walked into the scene. And then watch him being on trial, and he cannot deny what he did. Because I would stand there as a witness. They would see his soul. He could not hide it. He could frame me, but I could just say he's crazy. Because, like, he went power hungry and now he doesn't want to die. And then I would just watch him completely fall into despair as he hears the guilty sentence and knows that his entire clan will wiped out. And I can just smile and watch him die. You know, that would be the thing I would do.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would...
Have you considered playing Vampire the Masquerade?
Yeah, I have. Like, I think the concept of playing, like, a campaign, like, I don't care, like, what system it is, but playing a campaign where you're not a good person, it's just, like, such an interesting idea, because it's so different from my usual personality. I can barely harm a fly. I hate spiders, but, like, at least 30% of the spiders I see let free or don't kill them and just let them run around. Like, there's a good percentage of spiders that still live with me just because I feel too guilty to kill them all. So, like, but like the idea of just like role-playing a completely different character is just like very entertaining for me. I love role-playing and I love like getting into different roles. And like what I said with the epic campaign, it's less of like that, oh, if one team member dies, like you get stronger. It's more of a, okay, if a certain percentage of the crew, like it was 600 men in the beginning, depending on what system we would play it with, I would just like look how many level ups there are possible in the system, and then I would just like divide the number of the crew number by this number of level ups, and then I would just like every time a certain amount of people died, you know,
like in Monster of the Week where you gain XP for failing rolls.
For example, yeah, like that. That's actually a good example. I probably would use something like a D6, you know, like a Monster of the Week kind of like campaign, because TTRPG, because I think that would be easier to translate and would make leveling up easier, because you would not have to level up like 20 different things. And like you would lose it more and more. Like I would definitely make it harder for people to do certain like good things or make good decisions, because I'm telling the players, like, I don't know, they're like almost like at the point that they would meet Scylla, so a lot of people are dead already. So I would just like be like, why would you stop that now? Like, this is your only way home. This is the only hope you have. I was also like thinking, like, if a player would die, it would be interesting, instead of just like having them play a new character, make it like, okay, if your character dies, the only thing you can do in the future campaign is be someone like Telemachus and be hallucination trying to change things. You're a ghost, you cannot really do much except trying to, call up one of the characters and try to like support them with roles, like, helping them to like keep their sanity, not doing stupid decisions, trying to keep them alive, trying to keep them away from, killing a cow. So like that would also like get the players to be very careful with their own character because they don't get a second one. Like, if they die, they have to like stay like an incorporeal creature that would be in the underworld. They could like help out in certain things and would still be part there. Like they could still interact with the crew, but instead of just like being like normally there, they would be treated as hallucinations because you lost a friend that is close to you. Similar to how Odysseus sees like Penelope when he's like lonely, or how he like often sees the ghost of like his mom and his crew members and his best friend that I just forgot the name right now.
If I give a hug, nothing would poke me, right? Depends how good the hug is. How you doing, Uni?
Hi, Uni!
Well, yeah, well, I wasn't relating it to the losing people thing. I got too caught up in the diablerie of it all. What I was relating it to was the more the evil you become, the easier your roles get a lot of the time. The more like powerful you get, the less humanity you have. But you've basically, like I said, you've got humanity 1 through 10. When you hit humanity 0 or humanity 1, also depending on the DM, it can be higher. When you hit a low enough humanity, the DM takes your character. You become an NPC. If you lose too much of your humanity, that because you're too much of a monster, you become a villain. You become antagonistic towards the party. You are no longer yourself. You are an NPC.
That's interesting too.
That's what I was more relating it to.
Oh yeah.
Is like the more powerful you become more powerful, the less human you are. But you don't want to become too unhuman, despite the fact that obviously you want to be more powerful so that you're more likely to survive and you can have more impact on stuff. You also don't want that, because the less human you are, the less control you have. The more times you will freak out and like do something, like already as a character, when you are hungry, if you become too hungry, the DM takes control of your character for a scene. Or if you fail a roll bad enough, they get to decide what you do for however long. Usually a scene, which can be, a minute to an hour to like a day. Could be, until you're sated, until something has shocked you back into consciousness. So like if like you don't want the beast to take over, because the beast is not you as a player. Like you don't like there are two souls within your character, you and the dungeon master, basically. It's you and the worst version of you, the version of you that works against your interests, the version of you that doesn't care if your touchstones die. That's what they're called, touchstones. They're not connections, they're touchstones. Because they keep you in touch with your humanity.
Makes sense.
And yeah, so like that's what I was saying is like the more of your crew that dies, the less you care, the more jaded you would become, the less human you would become, the more you like the closer you're to turning into a minotaur or a medusa or whatever, the less likely you are to connect to the human world. So then less likely you are to want to achieve your goal of not killing the cow.
Yeah.
Because that's apparently the thing we're rolling with.
Well, yeah, because like killing the cow is like the last thing where
Good euphemism.
yeah. Yeah, like killing the cow sounds like it's super funny, but like killing a cow, in my opinion, is the last point where something could change in the story before it would just play out as it plays out. Because that's the last point where there's just like a snippet of his crew left. The moment Zeus shows up and says, okay, you or your crew, you could maybe argue if the entire group is dead, you could still like try to influence to like help him stay sane, or maybe try to get in contact with Alfina before 7 years passed, to get her to notice something. But like it would like you could like this is the last bit where you could like prevent trauma and death from happening. After this, the epic would just like play, like the Odyssey would like play out as it is. Like like Calypso, he like Athena would fight for his for him to be freed. He get freed. He fights Poseidon, like epic plays out. He gets home, he kills all the suitors. He goes up to his wife, and she's super turned on that he just mass murdered people. But like the goal is to get him home earlier and to get a couple of his men back. Best case scenario, you stop even the windbag from opening, and this campaign ends incredibly early. And everyone is happy, and no suitors have to die because there are no suitors. Or worst case scenario, you get like they all die, and now they have to like do damage control to their best to the best intentions they have. Like try to go bother Hades, so that you, or like the prophet, to get in contact with one of the gods, or like be like the voice in the back of one of the gods and try to be like, hey Athena, I think you should check on your friend. Like you could check on him now.
Open twice or once? Does
Several
the windbag
times.
open twice? Okay. I thought so.
It's like a recurring plot point. Aeolus gives him the windbag and it's like, hey, if you keep this closed, then Poseidon can't get you. And then she tells his crew that there's treasure in it. So the crew open it and Poseidon gets them. And then he opens it again to get like the other half of the wind out to escape from Poseidon. And then later on, he's given another windbag, like again sealed, and told, hey, keep this closed and you can get back. And then he opened that to defeat Poseidon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've seen is like, because I've only seen the scene where he opens it to escape Poseidon, because Poseidon's literally killing every ship. And
all
so
you
he's
gotta
like,
do is open this bag.
That's the second time the windbag's opened.
Yeah.
You know that
gonna
thing that
say,
the entire music are telling you not to do? Yeah, they do it 3 times.
Yeah. Like Poseidon is mocking him after like he opens the windbag, and that's like getting Odysseus to completely snap and literally butcher him until he's like, you are going to stop this storm now. And he's like, and Poseidon's like, what you gonna do? You can't kill a god. And he's like, precisely. Continues to stab Poseidon until he gives in. Like, wanna close this bag yet? No. Well, then let me see if you can gargle all your blood. Like it was very therapeutic to see Odysseus slaughter this god. But at the same time, like, this campaign would be like, okay, let's try not this thing to happen. If we have to meet Poseidon, or any of the other gods, let's see who of us is jumping into the water and is claiming, I give myself as tribute. I will die in Odysseus' stead. We are sorry, Poseidon. You can do whatever you want with my body. I can even make you a new son. You know, like, he doesn't have to tell me to get in the water. I would jump in there for him and be like, I greet the world with open arms and you with open legs.
I mean, they're gods. I'm sure they can do
unlock some really weird fucking water-based fetishes for Marlo.
I mean, have you ever had sex in a fucking like in a swimming pool? It's pretty good.
No, that's illegal in like all public places here.
You can have a private
swimming
pool.
pools exist.
Yeah. So first of all, they're
Do I look like the kind of person who has private swimming pool money?
And also,
No, that's why my ex had it.
Also, Eden, I'm a virgin. I don't do
I was
sex.
talking to Amy.
Oh, okay. Amy is too broke.
Yeah, I know you're fucking lame. Amy doesn't know how to swim, so it was a stupid question.
I was gonna say there are more things at play here than whether I've had sex or not.
I was more just bragging that underwater sex is fun.
Wait,
You don't need lube. It's great.
Are you implying that you think I can swim?
You can't swim either. The fuck is with you, European fucking bitches, and not being able to swim?
Okay. So in 2nd grade, I got indeed swimming lessons, and I can keep myself on top of the water for without any like swimming utensils for like 20 seconds.
Utensils?
You know, like a pool noodle or something like this.
This isn't her first language. Besides, what would you call them?
I don't know. I don't use anything to swim. I use my body.
I don't use utensils.
Yeah.
No.
So
I use my hands.
Yeah.
Swim.
Yeah. So I'm.
Like a noble bird.
I was already not really good at swimming, and then halfway through the year, someone tried to drown me, and that traumatized me so bad that I literally forgot everything in swimming lesson, and to this day, I still sink like a stone when I'm in the water and I don't have anything to cling on to. I can keep myself afloat for like, with like dog paddling my legs for like maybe 20 to 30 seconds, and then my entire body starts to sink no matter what I try to keep myself afloat. So I'm just, you know, I don't do swimming unless I have, you know, like something to hold on to, like a floaty or something like this. And even then, I'm pretty much afraid of like big open waters. And I'm afraid of most sea creatures. Like, I like the ocean. I just don't want to swim out in the ocean because I have the feeling I would never make it back. I would just die. But Gesundheit. Gesundheit.
Who's tight?
I think I'm alive.
Welcome back. Glad you're alive.
You know when you can feel a sneeze coming on?
Yeah.
I don't sink. I float.
Yeah, no, I'm.
You know, have you ever seen like a log rolling in the water? That's what I am. Like, I can't float like with my head above the water. I am constantly rolling and flipping over. Like, if I just go limp, I will just constantly spin in the water. I cannot stay beneath the water for the life of me. My bones are hollow. They float. Like, if I sit in a jacuzzi, I am like hovering over the seat part. I have to like use my hands to like push myself under the water.
My
Otherwise, I
bones
will
are
float. Yeah. I mean, technically, everybody's bones are hollow, but you know,
Yours
my
are
bones are extra hollow.
Yeah, I was about to say your bones are like especially hollow.
Yeah. I got PVC for bones.
Speaking of bones, it's break o'clock apparently. Yuzu's telling me off, and she bought a mallet.
Hot. What you gonna do with that weapon, Yuzu? How long's your handle?
Eden horny.
Eden has been horny for a while now.
Yeah, but I try not to notice. Oh my god, this is how you feel!
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm always surrounded by horny people. I'm sometimes one of the horny people. But people don't believe it until they actually see it. Okay, does this perspective make no sense? I'm so stupid. Someone end
It's
me.
not gonna last long, but if you can get me to the UK in the next like week minimum, there's a good chance of getting topped. Like it happens like once a year, maybe if you're lucky. So it's not gonna last long, but at the moment, it could happen.
The arm's too thin and the hand's too close.
Huh? What?
That's why the perspective looks off to you.
No, I was on the chair. I messed up the perspective on the chair right now. That is like intentional that the hand is so close. I literally have put on a filter that this is exaggerated.
The hand looks great.
Stretch the arm out a bit then.
Because
you've still got the pinprick arm going towards the massive hand.
Yeah.
If you're foreshortening the hand to make it bigger, you need to also foreshorten the arm.
Like, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, that's something I have to do artificially. I was just like...
I was trying to tell you how to do it earlier. But then you were too focused on getting the hand right, and then it was starting to make me feel like I was going to have a seizure.
Okay.
Seizure.
Seizure.
Right. Shall we go on break then?
Do you want me to teach you the fisheye thing first? Perspective thing?
You can?
Right.
Does it still look bad?
No, it looks good. Although I think you're going to hate me for saying this. You might want to put a little bit of bend in the elbow.
Yeah.
Just to make it look like it's beckoning a bit better.
Yeah.
But I like, just because like you've still got the other one, the other reference that you're not using there, just invisible. We can use that one to learn how to use the perspective thing. And then you can keep the perspective how you've got it.
Yeah, like I think
just so you know for next time.
Yeah, I think like the rest of the post looks pretty good in my opinion. I could be wrong, but
I mean, I think it looks pretty good. Amy said some things that might be true. I didn't have enough time to look at it. And, you know, obviously once you translate it to 2D, some of those problems might not be there anymore, you know? And also, you don't have to use the, like, thing one-to-one. You can say, this needs a little bit of a bend in it, and you can just add that manually yourself instead of changing the 3D model, you know?
Oh yeah, like I already started to do that by, you know, like giving him more thighs and all.
Yeah, exactly. Did you want to learn the perspective thing?
We can do that. I just need to...
I like that you've accidentally added the little bone thing missing that we were talking about through your selection. You've not selected the like middle little bit.
Yeah.
I have food. Since you're on it, that means my food's ready.
So is there an Edward?
There is an Edward.
Say
puppy.
hello.
Hi, puppy.
Give puppy petals.
A German and a New Zealand say hello.
Tell them I said, and I quote, "Abba-jibba-jibba, abba-jibba-jibba."
The New Zealand says abajuba-juba, abajuba-juba. I think it might be song lyrics. I don't know.
Sure.
He is very excited right now. Jesus.
Yeah, of course.
Don't
Have you
do that.
never said abba-jibba-jibba, abba-jibba-jibba to a
Oh, no,
puppy before?
He was already excited.
Yeah, exactly. And I want him to be more excited. Oh, you're a good boy. That's literally what abba-jibba-jibba means. Except it's see?
Terrified.
Well, yeah, that's because you said it in British instead of in baby talk.
How do you say it in German? Maho, give me something to say to the dog in German.
Oh god, brain.
How do babies coo in German?
Oh god, brain.
Um,
No, I think he understood that.
What's the equivalent of, you know, when you see a baby and you tickle them and you go Gucci Gucci goo? What's that in German?
you also say gucci gucci goo. Sometimes you say, how would
Truly,
you...
our cultures are the same.
Keep going, Maha.
Yeah, my brain is just like having a small aneurysm right now while I try to think of how German baby talk is going. It's just like, okay, what do I say to a baby actually? Let me think for a moment. What do I say when I see a puppy? Like
So what you're saying is Maho will never be my mommy. Disappoint.
Well, you'll need to give her time to prepare first.
Like I usually just say, na hallo, oh, du bist aber ein Süßer. Oh, magst du gekaut zu werden?
Something else about couches.
You're as pretty as a couch.
Kraulen means scratching, you know, like
Kraulen birds.
you know, like if you scratch them and they like it, you just like tell them,
Yeah,
oh, you like to be
we call that
scratched.
we call that fussing. Yeah.
Yeah.
To make a fuss of. Sorry, Edward.
Okay, so you should go eat. Eden wants to desperately show me how to do the fish islands thing.
Ow, 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 she's on my hair. Ow, ow.
Bad puppy, no eating hair. You will puke it out anyway.
Down. Good boy.
It's fine. You like you're getting your hair pulled.
And not
yeah, but not by
out.
a dog.
Okay, BRB, guys.
Sorry?
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Alright, we moved. And then I said, that's no flak pfeifer, that's my wife.
Okay, I'm still a little bit moving things around. I still have to get Astolfo a little bit down, so Eden, look away from the screen. This is dangerous for you and your health.
Okie dokie.
Dangerous for your health. Where was I at? I was on you.
I don't want Eden to have a seizure because of me.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you. Don't worry.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I have to cause it. Okay, so I have the figure in position again. I moved the hand a little bit. I will draw the hand now, and then I will let Amy look at it again, so she can, you know, judge me for being awful and what I'm doing.
Let's have a look. Yeah, you're awful. What are you doing?
I repositioned the arm and the hand like in my reference, so I could like make it look a little bit.
That looks a lot better now. The way it was before, it was like he was a distance away, but his hand was right in front of your face.